guys haven't already, do I have the mic or is everyone good? No? Alright, cool. Sushant is our budget director, and with all discretionary funding as well as all the other budget initiatives that go through the city, Sushant is in charge of all of that. One of the projects that Sushant is in charge of that I wanted to come and present to you guys tonight about is this year, Councilmember Kallos, for the first time, is partaking in the full cycle of participatory budgeting. What participatory budgeting is it's about $1 million of the discretionary funding that the council members allocated that we get to use for capital projects. And instead of the council member in previous years would make the decisions of how they want that money to be spent, this year we're allowing the community as a whole to come together, propose ideas, and then when those ideas are proposed, they're going to be, a few members are going to stand up and want to be budget delegates. Those budget delegates are going to refine the ideas and prioritize them into what will become our ballot. And on that ballot, we'll be having an election that will be running for about a week. We're going to be having hopefully a polling location open on Roosevelt Island every single day that week, where people can come in and vote for their top 5 projects. And so with that, I want to announce the event that we're going to be having on Roosevelt Island, which is the first stage of the participatory budgeting cycle, which is our neighborhood assembly. Our neighborhood assembly is going to be at the senior center from 6 to 9. The meeting is going to start at 6, and then we're going to be going as long as people have fresh and new ideas to bring up, which usually filters out a little bit before 9. So I definitely encourage you guys to come at 6 if possible. We have a few flyers if people want some, and then we can also email out all the information to you guys. What the neighborhood assembly is going to look like is first it's going to be a presentation to explain more in depth than I am explaining now of how PD works, and then we're going to break out into groups, and it's going to be a working meeting where people are going to be giving their ideas for what they want to see funded. Does anyone have any questions? Jim?
Now, is this funding additional to what was proposed prior, like 2-3 months ago? Discretionary funding?
Yeah, so this funding is for that was last year, this is next year's funding. Because of how long PD takes, we started about 9 months before.
So this is going to be for 2016, 17?
2016.
This is for fiscal year 2016.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have another question. Those of us who sent in proposals late, as requested,
So
we never heard back from anyone. Is there some kind of like for me, I had no idea what was going on, how it worked. They told me
yeah, so there are different types.
no, for the last one.
Yeah, so there are different types of funding streams. The item you're talking about is the CASA funding that you sent your proposal in. Sushant can give you an update about that.
Last cycle, we had a speech after that.
You going to stay around till 10:30?
You can come over, yeah. But this funding is for next year's funding, which the official time frame of the New York City budgeting time frame is from January to April. From January to April. But because of the fact that we're allowing the community to actually come and suggest ideas themselves, all that sort of takes time, so we start ahead of time before then, and then the voting will be happening in early April.
Can you just, do you have an email address that people can, so they can move this along, email address that people can ask questions directly to?
Definitely. That email address is pb@benkallos.com, and Sushant is going to have to leave in a little bit, but I'll be able to stay until the end of the meeting.
Thank you. I think we have to move this along. If you have any further questions, please make sure to ask the chair. I'd like to now